Here we have problem number 8 in the ETA section of your student handbook. On page 32 it says at 11:03 your position is 41 degrees 12.5 minutes north by 71 degrees 37.4 minutes west. What is your ETA from at West Gap, Point Judith Harbor of Refuge if you're making 11.3 knots? So what do they want to know? They want to know what my ETA is. So ETA is simply adding start time plus travel time, okay, equals ETA. So I like to write those words because it tells me sort of the steps to solving the problem. So I got to start by finding the start time. So the start time in this problem is 11:03. And what do I always do with time when it's relevant to solving the problem? Okay, I convert the hours and tenths of hours into hours and minutes. Or excuse me, hours and minutes into hours and tenths. So the hours aren't going to change, so I'm going to end up with 11 point something. So I'm going to take the minutes. There's 3 minutes, okay? It's not 0.3, it's 3 minutes. So there's 3 minutes, and I'm going to divide them by 60. Gives me 0.05. Don't throw away the 0, okay? It doesn't say 0.5, it says 0.05. So be sure that you get that right, okay? 0.05, just like it says on the calculator. Now I've got to add my travel time. Well, they didn't give me the travel time, but they gave me all the tools I need in order to solve for travel time. So I draw my triangle, daylight savings time, if that helps. Okay, and then we simply write out the formula for time. So distance divided by speed equals time. I write those words. Distance divided by speed equals time. Okay, now I find the distance. So how do I find the distance between the 2 points? I plot them on the chart. So I went ahead and I plotted this before I got started. Okay, here's the first location, and the second location is back to Point Judith Harbor of Refuge. So I'm going to put my parallel rule between those 2 places so I can walk a relatively straight line. I'm going to open these up to 5 miles. Okay, there I am. I'm at 5 miles. At least I think 5 miles. All right, now I'm just going to walk that off. Okay, so I'm at 5, 10, and just a little bit. So 10 plus, whatever that number is. Okay, right about there. 10 plus, looks like, 0.6, 0.7, I'll call it 7. Okay, yeah, I'll call it 7. So I'm going to go with 10.7. So my distance is 10.7 divided by the speed in the problem. Okay, so my speed is 11.3. Now I just do the math. All right, 10.7 divided by 11.3 gives me a time of 0.94. So 0.94. Okay, 0.94. So now that I've got the time, I can put it up here in the problem, 0.94, and simply add them together. So I've got 9, 9, 11. So my ETA is 11 hours and 0.99 tenths of an hour. All right, well, the hours aren't going to change, so I'm going to change this into hours and minutes. Well, what do you think 0.99 is? I'm going to guess that's about 59 minutes. Let's just see what we come up with. Okay, 0.99, okay, times 60 is 59 minutes. So there you have it, 59 minutes. Okay, 59.4. So let's see, this is number 8. Okay, number 8. And there it is, 11:59. So number 8, if you do it correctly, you should come up with C. So, not difficult to do, just write it out, follow the steps methodically. Every time you do an ETA problem, write it out exactly as I did, and you'll be just fine.